Guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to Meet the Veterans. I'm out here at the Casa of Women Veteran Calendars. I'm here with two board members. Can you say your names?
Hi, yes, I'm Teresa. I'm the vice president.
And I'm Amanda May. I'm the president and founder.
All right, so real quick, guys, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come out to your house to conduct this interview. We spoke a couple of times before this interview. You've let me and a couple of other people know exactly what you do for women veterans nationwide. So, real quick, can you just give um, basically what your title is within the organization and how you guys help women veterans all over the nation?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Teresa and I are original founding members of the organization. It started out with a group of us women veterans, and we saw a real need to raise visibility that women serve too,
Okay.
especially here in Military City, USA. You still get funny looks when you, as a woman, say, like, oh, it's me, I'm the veteran.
Right.
So, we started looking into the research behind it and how small of a demographic we really are. And we realized that mental health is also a rising concern among women veterans. And we're such a small demographic. We want to raise awareness and connect as many women veterans as we can to resources, benefits, assistance, community programs, not only here, but in San Antonio, but in their communities nationwide.
Okay.
So that's what our calendar does.
Cool.
And so I'm Teresa. I'm the vice president of Woman Veteran Calendar. And so I'm actually the Miss January for 2024. So I'm one of the original founders, like she said. And like she said, this is something that we wanted to do just to bring awareness to the mental health.
All right.
My background is mental health and just being a social worker and a peer support specialist for the military. So being able to bring those aspects into what we do with the calendar and just being able to provide resources to women veterans in that manner. So
Okay. Well, so speaking about resources, what exactly do you guys do as far as like, so you said mental health, that's your main goal.
yes.
If veteran women come in and they're homeless or if they need help with rent or anything like that, do you guys help with that or do y'all outsource that or how does that work?
Absolutely. We connect with women veterans primarily here in San Antonio, but
Okay.
again, also nationwide. And that is why we are continuing to grow our community so that we can have that resource base in as many areas as possible. We have helped local women veterans here in San Antonio with accessing some emergency kind of benefits in their time of need. And we do rely on our partner organizations for that because we're still a pretty new nonprofit and our resources are limited, of course, but thankfully we have those partnerships with, for example, SACDF and Circle of Arms. They've been really great and helpful.
Okay. Do y'all have any events coming up that you want to put out there and maybe some of y'all ladies that are watching or even guys, if you got wives or spouses that are female veterans, they could join and participate in these events?
We do, yes. In January, actually, we're going to have a vision board workshop where women veterans and their friends and family are invited to come in and create their own vision board for free.
Awesome.
And then in March, we're going to have a luncheon partnered with Women Veterans Glamping.
Oh,
So
okay,
we're putting
okay.
that together as well. One of the main things we like to highlight when you mention like husbands and other people supporters of women veterans, thank you for bringing that up because our biggest fundraiser of the year obviously is our calendar. Can I show it on
Yeah,
here?
go ahead.
So this is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and all of the proceeds that we earn from this go to our mission and to supporting women veteran nonprofits. So it is our hope that people will buy this calendar even if they're not a woman veteran as a way of showing their support for not only all veterans but including women veterans.
Okay, and how much is the calendar?
So the calendars are on sale because it's so close to the beginning of the year. We've got them on clearance right now. While they're in stock, they're only $18. And we're offering free shipping if you just use the code FREESHIP in our website.
Okay, cool. Is there anything you want to say, please?
We're just trying to continue to put our name out there and connect with other organizations so that we can build those connections within the community. So
Absolutely.
we're trying to get to those different events and just make sure we're out there connecting in the community. So
Okay.
Last year, our calendar sales, last year was our first calendar ever.
Okay.
And we raised $2,000 to help women
Nice.
veterans in communities all across the U.S. So we donated to Women Veterans of San Antonio, also Military Service Sisters in Arkansas, the Women's Memorial at Arlington, and She's the Veteran in South Carolina.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Is there anything else you guys want to put out there?
and this year we're the two organizations that were donating the 2025 calendar proceeds are going to Women's Glamping and what was the other
Camp
organization?
Shields.
Camp Shields.
Just
Camp
here in
Shields.
Texas.
Here in
Okay.
Texas. So,
So if anybody's watching right now and they're like, hey, look, I want to get involved some way, or I do need help, who can they call? Is there email? Is there phone numbers? Who can they get in contact with?
Thank you. They can contact us directly through our website. There's a form they can fill out, or they can email woman with an A, veterancalender@gmail.com.
Okay.
Also, it's my personal phone number on the website, and nobody calls me. So call, text, don't be shy. One other thing I forgot to add is our monthly Zoom classes
yes.
that
Okay.
are starting this month. We're going to have Zoom classes, so that's available to anyone, local or anywhere, who wants to tune in and learn about some of the assistance and benefits and resources that there are for women vets. So yeah, please call, email, reach out. We'd love to help.
Okay. So before we end it, do you guys have anything you want to say, or one last thing?
I would just say thank you for giving us this opportunity
Oh,
to
yeah, no
actually
problem. Thank
put
you.
the word out about Women Veterans Calendar, and also just thank you to the community for listening and accepting us as a new organization. So thank you.
Well, I just want to say, like I told before, I spoke with Nicole and then before with Deb. My daughter is actually the one that was like, "What about the women veterans?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." It's like, yeah, no, they're out here too. You know what I mean? But so when I first started this, I was like, okay, I just want to see what organizations are out there. And now that I'm seeing what organizations are out there and how many different women organizations are out here, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like that, I need to go and like speak to as many different organizations as I can, because as I think Deb told me, a lot of women veterans feel like they're left out because it's a male driven,
Yeah.
it's male driven for the most part, right?
Yes.
Like, but she was telling me, like, women feel like that. She was saying it feels like they're kind of left out, left to the side when it comes to like benefits, when it comes to help, when it comes to pretty much anything. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not cool. So like when I sit down and I speak with different organizations, different leaders of women organizations, I ask all the men that are watching as well, help them. Like they need help as well. Like just like any organization that I talk to, if they need help, help. Like I told Deb and Nicole, if y'all guys need anything, I'm here. Just reach out to me, and I'll try my best to assist y'all any way I can. So you guys were prior military?
Yes.
Okay.
So first, I wanted to say thank
Yes.
you to your daughter for thinking
Yeah,
about us
and
and putting that plug in for
she's
us.
smart.
So
She's
thank you.
she's 17, and she was like, "What about what about the women?" And I was like, "You're right."
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
was like,
appreciate
"You're
it.
right." Yeah,
Thank you.
she's awesome. So before we end it, I just have I like to ask like a fun question or something. So prior military. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what branch of service were you in, and your rank when you left, and what was the scariest thing you had to go through while being in the military?
Wow, that's a good question. So I'll start by just saying I was an Army veteran. So
Okay.
I retired
Cool.
after 21 and a half years. And I retired as a Master Sergeant E8.
Okay.
And scariest thing probably was my deployment. So
Okay.
just getting ready to gear up for that and just understanding I was leaving my daughter. I was dual military. So it was just like a lot of moving pieces. I was 29 years old and just getting ready to go into something different. I had seen the soldiers come into Walter Reed, was where my prior duty station was before I deployed. just them coming back from the war, seeing the soldiers missing their limbs and going through some really tough times. So that was a scary point for me. So
Okay.
thank you for the question. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no
it.
problem. Amanda?
Oh, I
Okay,
was
well,
hoping I had a different
yeah,
question.
yeah. So, branch of service, rank when you got out, and let's say if you could go back and talk to yourself before you went in, would you talk yourself out or would you just give yourself advice knowing what you know now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Putting
Okay,
everything into perspective.
But you got to say
I'm
yes,
gonna
branch of
go
service.
ahead and be controversial. Well, not with the first part because that's a fact, right? I did Air Force for 20 years, and I also retired as a master
There
sergeant.
you go.
Except in the Air Force, it's not as cool because it's only an E7. But
Uh,
I'm still a master sergeant,
He said,
Teresa. And I had no idea about each of the branches. I just joined the Air Force because
you're smart.
no, I'm not. Please, on the record, I am not smart. Please. Um,
The tests are hard for the Air Force.
that's what I hear. I hear the ASVAB is hard. Maybe it was easier 25 years ago. I don't know. But I never thought that I was advanced in anything. Um, but if I could go back in time and tell myself, this is the controversial piece, is you learn by being in the branch that you selected. You learn a little bit about what the other branches are known for. And I am a rule follower. Like so much so that I didn't make friends my first couple of years in the military because I took it too seriously and I was drinking the Kool-Aid and people around me were like, will you stop being, can we swear on this? Can we stop being an asshole is what people told me. And I was like, I'm not being an asshole. I'm doing my job. I'm trying to, I was going in and
By the
working on
book.
weekends, all
By
that.
the book.
So keeping that in mind, I really believe in my heart of hearts that I would have been more successful in the Army. I think I would have made more rank because in the Air Force, competing for rank is, I mean, it's competitive in every branch, but from what I hear about the Army, you follow the rules, you're going to get promoted, and
Yeah, pretty much.
the Army is bigger. So maybe that would have helped me too. But I was frustrated because I made E7 kind of early in my career and then that was it. So it was kind of a bummer and I would have told my younger self, girl, go in the Army.
Okay.
Hooah.
Okay, come on, girl. That's what
But I
I'm talking
still
about.
love my Air Force people.
Yeah.
Aim high, air power.
All right, well, you heard it here from Amanda. The Army is the way to go. So if you're listening and you're about to join, go Army.
Go Army.
If you're a rule follower. If you're a rule
If you're a
follower.
rule follower, then stay in the Air Force. But I just want to thank you guys again for allowing me to come out. This is the first time in a house, right? Usually I go to like at an event or something, but this for sure is different. But I wish you guys the best, and like I said, I really mean it. If you guys need help or anything, just reach out, and I'm here for you guys.
Thank you. Well, please help us plug our calendar because I
Yeah,
promise
for
we
sure.
won't be bugging you in a couple
No,
months.
well,
This is the
so
time to sell calendars.
after this, I'll go ahead and on my TikTok, I'll put in their information as well, where you could get the calendar. I'll put the QR code in there, and every dollar counts. It's going to benefit other women organizations, other women veteran organizations, and on top of their organization as well. So if you're guys, if you're watching, just help out. Like I said 2 other videos ago, these are our sisters. They're not asking for help, but at the same time, they shouldn't have to ask for help. Like we should just be helping them to help them. So I appreciate y'all's time, ladies, and we'll see you at the next video. Peace.